Kargil War. Why it happened. The Kargil War, causes, context, and consequences. The Kargil War, fought between India and Pakistan in 1999, was a pivotal event in South Asian history that had far-reaching consequences for both countries and the region as a whole. This conflict, which lasted from May to July 1999, took place in the Kargil district of Jammu and Kashmir, along the line of control, LOC, that separates the Indian-administered Kashmir from the Pakistani-administered Azad Jammu and Kashmir. The war not only resulted in loss of lives and heightened tensions between the two nuclear-armed neighbors but also shed light on a complex web of historical, political, and strategic factors that contributed to its occurrence. The roots of the Kargil War can be traced back to the long-standing and deeply entrenched Kashmir dispute between India and Pakistan. The conflict over the region dates back to the partition of British India in 1947, when the princely state of Jammu and Kashmir was given the choice to accede to either India or Pakistan. The then Maharaja of Kashmir, Hari Singh, opted for India, leading to a series of events that led to a territorial dispute between the two countries. The Kashmir issue has been a constant source of friction, sparking several conflicts and skirmishes between India and Pakistan. The Kargil War was a manifestation of the ongoing tension and competing territorial claims in the region. The Kargil War was unique in its execution, as it involved the use of irregular forces by Pakistan to infiltrate and occupy strategic heights and positions in the Kargil sector. These infiltrators were supported by Pakistani military personnel, who were operating covertly without formal uniforms, aiming to create a fait accompli on the ground. The conflict caught India off guard, as the infiltration occurred in an area that was considered a less likely theater for conventional conflict due to its harsh terrain and the 1972 Simla Agreement, which aimed to resolve disputes peacefully. The use of irregular forces and the violation of the law surprised both India and the international community. Pakistan's strategic motivation behind the Kargil operation was to challenge India's control over the Siachen Glacier and pressure India to come to the negotiating table for the resolution of the Kashmir issue. By occupying heights along the loch, Pakistan aimed to gain a tactical advantage and disrupt Indian supply routes to Siachen. In Pakistan, the Kargil operation was seen as a means to showcase the Pakistan Army's strength and capabilities, as well as to divert attention from domestic political issues. The military leadership may have believed that such an operation could rally national support and strengthen their position. The long-standing Kashmir dispute played a significant role in the Kargil War. Pakistan's belief in its rightful claim over Kashmir led to the perception that unconventional military actions, like the Kargil operation, were necessary to draw international attention and pressure India into negotiations. The international community's limited engagement and concern over the situation in Kashmir may have influenced Pakistan's decision to undertake a covert operation. Pakistan may have believed that the international community would intervene to address the crisis and push for negotiations. The Kargil War escalated quickly as news of the infiltration spread. The Indian military responded with Operation Vijay, a large-scale military campaign aimed at evicting the infiltrators and reclaiming the strategic heights. The conflict witnessed intense battles in challenging mountain terrain, with both sides suffering casualties. The war also involved aerial engagements, including the downing of fighter jets on both sides. As the fighting intensified, international pressure mounted on Pakistan to withdraw its forces, with the United States and other major powers urging restraint and a peaceful resolution to the conflict. Pakistan's covert support for the infiltrators became increasingly evident, straining its diplomatic standing. The Kargil War concluded with a ceasefire in July 1999. India successfully regained control over the infiltrated areas and evicted the Pakistani forces. The war's conclusion marked a significant military and diplomatic setback for Pakistan, which faced international condemnation for its actions. The Kargil War had profound consequences for both India and Pakistan. The war strained diplomatic relations between India and Pakistan. The international community criticized Pakistan for violating the law and using irregular forces, undermining its credibility on the global stage. The Kargil War highlighted the need for confidence-building measures between the two countries. In the aftermath of the conflict, both sides initiated dialogues to address their differences and promote stability. The Kargil War underscored the dangerous proximity of conventional conflict to nuclear escalation. The potential for nuclear conflict in South Asia became a focal point of concern for the international community. In India, the Kargil War bolstered national unity and bolstered public support for the military. In Pakistan, it exposed the vulnerabilities of using irregular forces and shifted the public discourse toward greater scrutiny of military actions. The Kargil War had a lasting impact on the peace process between India and Pakistan. It revealed the necessity for transparent dialogue and peaceful dispute resolution mechanisms. In conclusion, the Kargil War was a result of a complex interplay of historical disputes, strategic calculations, domestic considerations, and regional dynamics. While it ended with a military victory for India, the war highlighted the dangers of escalation in a nuclear-armed region and emphasized the importance of diplomatic solutions to long-standing conflicts. The Kargil War serves as a reminder of the need for sustained efforts to address underlying issues and foster stability in the South Asian region.